Okay, so earlier in the year, I decided foolishly to see if I could do a bit of game development, see how these games are actually made. So I'll show you a few tutorials that I managed to complete, and some of the Blender one was a Blender course I managed to complete, and then I'll show you which courses they were, and just to give a bit of inspiration in case anybody wants to have a go themselves. If I can do it, you can. So first one I did was a Mario one. So here it is. Let's go. And it's surprising how many mechanics are actually in a Mario game, really. You just think they're quite simple, that, you know, oh, this will be dead easy. But obviously I didn't know how to do anything in Unreal before. And I thought Unreal was all about 3D. But I made this. So you collect, basically just collecting coins, hitting blocks. Most people will know what a Mario game is. I made the jump pretty high just because I wanted to make it fun for my grandson. We did some moving platforms. I just put a few bricks here to give us something to do. I'm not that good at it, actually. And then your mushrooms with the jumping platform. And you've got your, in top corner there, you've got your points, what you're collecting. And there's a checkpoint. That was pretty hard to make. Like I say, you play these games and you just think everything's dead simple. But actually learning to make it, you realise just how difficult it is to make a game and why they take bloody years to make these really complicated games. And at the end, we made a check. This starts a new level. It's like the end of the level. They taught you how to start a new level. You know, once you get to the end of a level, there's a checkpoint. Mushrooms again. And then basically, if you die, you come back at them checkpoints here, see? You die. And you just start back there. Obviously, you do a proper level if you wanted to get more involved. But this is just to show you what you can create, you know, just someone who doesn't know nothing, you know. Did some tutorials on some fundamentals first. So that was a Mario game that I made. And then I did another one, a first-person shooter game. I added this start level 1 because the start is just for my grandson to kill that one monster if he can. And then I did one with a few more on and a time limit. And then a quit button because they didn't show you how to do this in tutorial, so I had to do that myself. But yeah, so I'll just show you now what I managed to get done. Start. So they're just simple for me grandson, just started him off dead easy. Just we have to move a bit and shoot a bit. You won! Yoo-hoo! And then I did escape so you can get back to this menu and then start level 1. You see, you've got some health pickups here. You've got a time limit in the top corner and the amount of drones there are. Also, you've got these pickups. Obviously, if you design the level properly, so you do need actual ammo. Design it so you start up with like next to no ammo, perhaps. But like, you do the tutorial and then it's up to you then. Once you've done the tutorial and they sort of design the mechanics and show you how to make the mechanics and that, it's up to you then. If you want to make other levels, you want to put things in different places, start off with 1 enemy, 10 enemies. And like I say, you can always expand on them and make it so that they fire back at you. But I mean, considering I've not been doing it that long, and considering, like I say, you just feel a sense of accomplishment that you actually was able to make. Like, I've made it myself. I know, like, you probably Steam, it won't be great to sell on Steam or out like that, but just a sense of accomplishment you get. But like when you kill a boss in a game, you know, that dopamine it what you get. You know, it's the same making something. And you can, like I say, you can always go back to it once you've done the tutorial and add to it. I mean, how I started off, um, I just started off the first couple of months. I just started off learning fundamentals of Unreal Engine. Started off with this guy's tutorials, Ask a Dev, and I did this course here, Unreal Engine Blueprint Tutorials. Really good, really down to earth, well paced fella, easy to follow. It starts getting complicated towards the end of the course, but followed it. And even if you don't exactly know what you're doing, if it's the first one you've done, at least you get to know how to use Unreal, at least. And then once I'd done his whole course, made sure I completed the whole thing, I went on to Corky Games and did his learn to code in Unreal Engine with blueprints. So I did Ask a Devs, then I did Corky Games. Then I thought, I wonder if the paid courses are any different. So then I went on to Udemy and I did this one by Greg Wander again, brilliant instructor. In fact, I did Unreal Engine 5 Blueprints one, and I really liked the way Greg taught you. So I went and did. That's how I ended up doing the Mario one, because I weren't that bothered about doing an actual Mario one. I wanted to do an open world thing, really, or something with an actual landscape in it. But I ended up doing Greg Wonder's Mario one just because he was so good. And then I went and did, I thought, well, as I got to know Unreal, and sometimes you can't find the assets you need. And I thought, well, I think you'd need to learn a bit of Blender, I think. So although I don't want to focus too much on Blender, I think you do think it need at points. I mean, I made a little Mario character in the Mario game. I made him with Meshy. Because in the course, it's just got the actual Unreal mannequin doing it. And I thought, well, maybe Grandson wants to play it. He's just going to want to play a cartoony kind of character. So I just did it in Meshy. I mean, it's only going to be a little tiny game. It's not going to matter about performance right like that. So I just did it in Meshy and then exported it into the Unreal Engine just so it looks a bit more like Mario. And then I did this course, Blender Character Creator for Video Games, Game Dev TV again, but I did it on Udemy. And the instructor was Grant Abbott. Again, I've not got much to compare against, but as far as I could tell, Grant Abbott he's really good. He's really methodical. And he is an actual teacher. So he doesn't just fly along with it. Gives you little exercises to do along the way. But then he does actually then show you. Don't just give it to do and then that's it. Leave you to it. He actually does stop for a bit to allow you time to see, do you want to have a go at it yourself? And the other fella does that as well. Stephen Ulbarry, he does that as well. He does the same as Grant. He stops, says like, right, you have a go at that. Give you some quite simple things to do. And then, but if you think, oh God, I don't know what I'm doing, I still don't know what I'm doing, then he'll carry on with it and actually show you, And I managed to get them done. This is the Game Dev TB. This is the first person shooter one. This is the one you've just watched, with Stephen Ulbarry. That's how I know he's really good. I'd watch anything from him. I'd do tutorials from him any day. And then lastly, this is what I actually produced from Grant Abbott. This is the character. Like I say, I created this character, the shoulder thing, did a little bit of an animation, even though it's not an animation course. I'm going to do a Blender animation course as well, because okay, making characters, but you want to actually, make them move, don't you? I think that CG Boost would be a good one to do, to be honest. Thinking of doing one by him. And then we also, in that course, a grant, first off, you do this mech. You just do the camera moving around him. But yeah, so that's like kind of the start of my journey into game development and what I've got accomplished so far in at the beginning of the year. Like I've only got like weekends and that to do anything, and then you've got other things to do at weekend. But you know, if I can do it, so can you. So you know, I do another tutorial. I'll do the tutorial, and if I think it's any good, I'll let you know. Okay, thanks a lot.